seems in Tamil Nadu, one more player has entered the Tamil Nadu politics, and we don't have anybody else who can actually explain how will it change the dynamics of Tamil Nadu politics or not. Thank you so much for speaking to us, sir. This is Karti Chidambaram. Sir, so you have also already criticized the entry of Vijay. Should I say criticize or should I say welcome? How do you see his entry?
I have not criticized. I have only called it for what it is. I completely agree that there is latent energy in his party. But whether this latent energy will transform itself into a substantive shape and form and be able to face an election, I don't know, only time will say. But definitely there is a latent energy, and definitely there is an appeal among a certain section of people, particularly younger, semi-urban, rural men. There is an appeal. But whether this can become a consolidated vote bank, whether it will be able to win an election in a multi-cornered fight, I don't know. But I must confess and accept that there is a latent energy within the party. But this party's formation will definitely affect, in my opinion, three players directly and perhaps others indirectly, depending on the decisions they take. But three existing players, in my personal opinion, will be directly affected and their vote bank will slide because of his entry into politics. Whether this party takes decisions based on ground reality or whether they will be, take decisions based on ego, I don't know. But if they take smart political decisions, there is definitely a future. But if they fall into the trap of their echo chamber and take decisions based on ego, then they will also face the same fate as many others who have tried a similar experiment in the past.
If I may, when you said like three parties will be affected, is DMK one of the party?
No, I do not think the DMK's vote bank will be affected. DMK is a cadre-based party. It's a very strong organization, and it also has very great resources, and it's also clearly identified the next leadership within the party. I think the DMK's vote bank will not be dented. The three people who I think whose vote bank will be definitely dented are first is Seeman. I think his brand of anti-establishment, Tamil nationalism, angry young man's vote. But definitely a significant part will shift to the new party of Vijay, because Vijay is a much more popular film star, much more recognizable and identifiable. So a significant vote of Seeman's party will shift to Vijay. And the other film star who had a fledgling party, the late Vijay Gant, his party has diminished greatly. I think now the reason for his party, the political reasoning for that party to function as a separate entity will be seriously questioned after Vijay's entry has come. And I also think this BJP then, which pursued the vote bank, which was positioning itself as an alternative to both the Dravidian parties, and with Mr. Annamalai sort of projecting himself in the social media as some sort of an alternative, will also get seriously dented in the B and C sections of society. And I think that vote which was, no, I wouldn't say it's a significant vote, but whatever little minimal vote which went that side, that also will be affected. So I think these three parties will be significantly affected, and I believe that the BJP will poll far fewer votes in 2026 than what they polled in 2024. In fact, the BJP will find it very difficult to find even any credible alliance partner when it goes to the elections in 2026.
But how do you see that Vijay is actually taking a portion of Dravidian policies and also a portion of Congress policies? He has made your party Neta Kamarajar as one of their ideals.
See, he's gone to the buffet table and picked and chosen whatever he wants. And he has to explain why he has chosen certain people, why he has rejected certain people. Even within the Dravidian pantheon, he has picked one name and he has rejected two names. So he has to explain that. So that explanation can only come from him, and that clarification and sharpness in his communication can only come if he is willing to take questions, willing to answer questions, willing to dwell into details. At the moment, it's a very superficial level sloganeering at the moment, which is made good copy because of its, as punch dialogue, as they say in Tamil cinema. But that the devil is in the detail, and that detail can only come if he's willing to meet the press like you and take questions, unscripted questions like I'm taking right now.
Well, that's the thing, because like he has also resonated whatever you have said earlier about sharing of power. Since 67, we haven't seen anything in Tamil Nadu so far. How do you see that?
See, this sharing of power is something which I first said in June of this year after the election results. See, this is not something new. Every political party, when it contests elections, wants to be part of government if it wins the election. And in Tamil Nadu, I think we are going to see a paradigm shift that you can't say we are a electoral alliance, but you will not be part of government. I think that shift is happening, and almost all political parties, barring one, seem to be veering towards the idea. And we have this example from Andhra Pradesh, where Mr. Chandrababu Naidu formed an alliance, won a majority on his own, but has still accommodated to the two alliance partners in the government. So that's right next door to us. That's a good indicator on how we also would like to move. And this is not a sentiment which only I am echoing, which is the VCK is also echoing, I think the communist parties are echoing, and Vijay's party is also echoing that. And so I welcome it. I'm glad that I was able to spark something which is going in the direction.
So we have 1 year for elections. Do you think there could be a paradigm shift where Vijay's words could be a kind of welcome for Congress or other parties?
No, it all depends on, see, the chessboard has only so many pieces. Now we have to see who's aligning with who. As I told you, if they take decisions based on practical politics, yes, there is a chance for success. But if they get caught in their echo chamber and take decisions based on ego, then I can't say much for it.
One last question, sir. You also mentioned about Pawan Kalyan. Pawan Kalyan is actually saying that he's going to start a separate kind of, should I say, army or something to protect Sanatana. How do you see that?
Very dangerous, this kind of moral policing. I mean, who is he to define what the correct religious practice is, and who is he to have a vigilante army? We do not need vigilante armies. This is a country which must be run by the constitution. I've always said that the BJP is Ayatollah Hindutva, and now Mr. Pawan Kalyan is an offshoot and is an ally of that party, and is behaving exactly in the way how the religious police behave in Iran. You have seen how the religious police behave in countries like Iran, where if somebody is not dressed according to them in a modest manner, they pull them up. And even now recently we've seen a woman being persecuted. And we have no place for that in a secular democracy like India, and the rule of law must prevail. There is no place for vigilante armies and self-styled armies who can indulge in moral policing.
Thank you so much. That was Karti Chidambaram, who has an in-depth depth of knowledge about Tamil Nadu politics, and he wants to wait for what Vijay is going to do. Divyan, Pramod Madhav, Voice Today.